Welcome to the Equinety podcast, where horse owners just like you share their incredible Equinety stories and how Equinety is changing their horses' lives. Whether you're searching for something to give your performance horse better focus, faster recovery, and more stamina, or in the extreme case where all hope seems lost, give your horse what it needs to help heal at a cellular level, you'll find it here. So jump in on today's episode to hear how Equinety is helping horses worldwide. Now, welcome your host, John Dowdy.
Hello and welcome to another Equinety podcast. This month we've got a really interesting story coming out of Maine, and it's with Stephanie, who's got her 16-year-old horse Henry. She's owned for about a year and a half, and it kind of had some issues going on in the beginning. And I think instead of me going on explaining what was going on, let's go ahead and introduce the real owner. That would be Stephanie. Stephanie, are you there?
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to share your Equinety story, because I know you've been battling some interesting issues, which came down to Navicular, and we have a lot of questions that come in, and will Equinety help with Navicular? So I think this would be a great story, another story that we have about Equinety helping Navicular. And maybe that can help some people go ahead and make the decision if they're sitting on the fence there. So tell us a little bit about the history of your 16-year-old Henry.
Yeah, Henry is 16. He is or has been an FEI event horse. He's competed through the advanced level. And then he started having some slight lameness issues in the treatment. They found that injecting his coffin joint seemed to work. This was before I owned him, so I don't really know all the details. But it worked really well, took care of everything. And then by the time I got him, the injections just were not having an effect, or much of an effect, and they'd only got to the point where it lasted about 2 months before he started having issues again. So we started investigating further and found out that he had significant navicular. And at that point, none of the treatments we were trying really made a difference. And we did all the normal navicular treatments. We injected his navicular bursa. We gave him osphos injections, and nothing made a difference. So then, as a last-ditch effort to try and keep him comfortable and maybe even ride him lightly, we started doing MagnaWave treatments with the Equinety together. And within a month, he was back to being completely sound under saddle. And after about 2 months, his old personality was coming back, and he was truly enjoying his work again.
That's awesome. Now, I'm going to jump in real quick, because you had mentioned to me earlier that he was kind of the clown of the crew.
Yeah, he has a giant personality and always has to be the center of attention, is always getting into trouble. And while he was in a lot of pain, while his navicular was flaring up, he was like starting to shut down mentally. So, that was one of the big signs that something was going on.
Right.
Because he just wasn't himself. And then it also was one of the signs that he was feeling really good again, was when he started getting into things. And you could just see, you can see when he is being ridden, you can just see how much he enjoys it.
Right.
So.
That's great. Now, you also mentioned to me that you personally, while he was down, also had a sympathy injury yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I shattered my leg in November. And so we both had the winter off, being quite lame. So we started coming back into work together in about February or March of last year.
Okay.
So. Wow.
So then, as you get into, you're in with a couple months, you're seeing big changes happening with his lameness and his personality starting to come back. And then, when were you able to start work again with him?
Yeah, we started really getting back into our work back in probably mid-April, I'd say. So It was pretty quick, if you think about it.
Sure.
We went to our first event in June, and we only competed through August. We went to about 4 events, but he was back competing at prelim very happily and comfortably. And then we took the fall off mostly because of me, and my leg needed more help.
Right.
But he was very happy and sound all through the fall, and yeah.
That's awesome. Now, you also mentioned that you went to the Equine Affair
Yep.
with 0 issues after 3 solid days of...
Yeah, he had 3 solid days of jumping in some of the clinics and came back happy as could be and feeling good.
And no lameness showing whatsoever, just in recovery?
None at all. Even when he was getting tired and everything, he was still just 100% himself.
Yeah, wow.
So
and of course, in combination, and this is one of the things that I like to point out with people, that Equinety is not the end-all, be-all. It's not a miracle supplement, but it sure does some miraculous things. And then this is another example. You have tried and exhausted all of the things that were recommended. You've started the MagnaWave. If memory serves me correctly, you said you had 1 or 2 MagnaWave treatments, and then your person doing the MagnaWave recommended the Equinety, which is a great combination. And that's where things really just started, helping in a massive way. So as we skip forward 6-8 months here, what do you see now with the maintenance of MagnaWave? You said about once a month, and with the Equinety every day, what things are you continuously seeing now?
Yeah, so over this winter, he had another extended break of about 3 months while I had another surgery on my leg. And I stopped he had no MagnaWave or anything. He pretty much was just left to be a horse for 3 months, but he still had the Equinety every day. And when I brought him back, I put him on the lunge line to see how he was, and I literally just said to myself, let's see how bad this is and where we have to play catch up from.
Mm-hmm.
And I was extremely surprised that he was completely sound. I even sent a video of him on the lunge line to a friend of mine who knows him really well, asking what she saw, because I was convinced I had to be missing something. And she was equally as surprised to see that he looked great, and she couldn't figure out what I was seeing, because I always send her videos when something's wrong.
Mm-hmm, yes.
And so nothing was. And so that really sold me on the Equinety for this, because it was probably 3 months of he stopped all of his MagnaWave treatments. But now coming back, he's been back in work for about 2 months or month and a half, something close to that. And he is just, I've never felt him this great. He just seems to be getting better and better. And
that's
I
awesome.
can't believe the difference a year has made.
Right. So.
Yeah,
we are definitely blessed as a company to be able to have such an awesome product. And again, when you combine this with your existing program and things that you're already doing, it really just enhances everything. And the big reason why Equinety works so well is it's already in the stage ready for absorption, which is the amino acid stage. And it's literally giving the body what it needs to help heal at a cellular level. And so, you could have 12 horses with 12 different issues, and the Equinety will customize itself to each horse, because once those hormones are released, the horse decides, the internals decide where those hormones go to help heal. So in your case, we're talking Navicular when it was misdiagnosed, and with the injections given in the coffin joints, and that wasn't the problem at all. So it's pretty amazing that your horse went from pretty well dead lame to now competing again and happier and better than ever.
Yeah, it's really exciting, because we've been looking at this summer, and we're planning on moving back up to intermediate and a couple FEIs here and there. So
that's great.
We didn't think it would be here.
We didn't
think we'd get back here. So
absolutely.
I was already thinking about what to do to retire him and everything. So
wow.
It's really nice that seems to be pushed back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Stephanie, I want to thank you so much for sharing your Equinety story. And if there's one thing that you could tell anybody that's listening to the podcast that might be kind of on the fence, is this Equinety stuff, a pie in the sky thing, a snake oil, or is it real? What would you have to tell them?
I don't really think it's an amazing product. I mean, I've tried so many things that are supposed to be great for Navicular, and including supplements and medications and everything, and never made a difference. And, you know, I didn't really expect much of Equinety. I didn't think it would make much difference because nothing else had. And it's just been a miracle product for Henry. It's brought Henry back to where he's happy. And that's the best I could ever ask for. So,
yeah, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, again, thank you so much. And we're going to post some pictures and or video in this podcast post, because all this will be transcribed, and so people can get a good look at Henry and see what he looks like. But again, I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing your Equinety story.
Thank you very much.
You bet. All right.
That's all for this episode of the Equinety Podcast. For more information on purchasing Equinety, be sure to visit our website at teamequinety.com, where you'll also find product information as well as more testimonials on how others have seen amazing results by implementing Equinety into their horse's supplement regime. We'll have more stories on how Equinety is helping horses worldwide right here on a future episode of the Equinety Podcast.